morning, this is Francesca Evans from LymeOnline bringing you all of this week's top stories from the Lyme Regis area. Lyme Regis Town Council has taken a radical step to tackle antisocial behaviour by employing security guards to patrol the seafront and public gardens. The unprecedented move comes as increased reports of large gatherings and loud music have been made to Dorset Police, who have also stepped up patrols in the area and utilised Section 35 dispersal orders to move people on from Langmoor and Lister Gardens. Security guards will be patrolling the seafront and gardens every night of the main summer season, starting tonight, for a cost of £1,260 a week. The news has been met by mixed reaction from residents, with some saying it is needed and others arguing that they already pay for police patrols through their council tax. West Dorset MP Chris Loader has been fighting Lyme Regis's corner in the House of Commons, speaking publicly about the financial difficulties town councils across the country are facing due to the coronavirus pandemic. Mr Loader said that income from commercial and tourism activity was vital to the Lyme Regis economy and called for fair funding for all town councils. His comments came as the town council looks at measures it can take to improve its current financial outlook, which is expected to see reserves drop by more than £900,000 over the next year.
Madam Deputy Speaker, we equally have very proactive town councils in West Dorset, and I would like to pay particular tribute to our mayors, our town councillors and town clerks. But town councils come in all shapes and in all sizes. I urge the Minister also to ensure that our town councils hit hardest by coronavirus receive the financial support that they need, such as in Lyme Regis. With a permanent population of just under 3,800, it jumps up to 20,000 in a typical summer season. Lyme Town Council provides extensive amenities for holidaymakers, and income coming from commercial and tourism activity is absolutely vital. Lyme Regis Town Council needs that additional support to weather this coronavirus storm, and I very much invite the Minister to consider that in support.
Mr Loader also called for fair funding for West Dorset businesses as the government announced its £30 billion plan for jobs investment. This will create new jobs through investing in infrastructure, training and apprenticeships and protect current jobs by revitalising the hard-hit sectors. The Conservative MP has also praised Lyme Regis residents who volunteered to help others during the pandemic, with many receiving a personal letter of thanks and a box of House of Commons chocolates. The Mary Anning biopic Ammonite, which was partly filmed in Lyme Regis last year, is now set for release in 2021. The movie will star Oscar winner Kate Winslet as Lyme's famous fossil hunter Mary Anning and Saoirse Ronan as Charlotte Murchison, with the story focusing on the subjects of class and same-sex relationships. Giving an exclusive interview to film magazine Empire, director Francis Lee said the story of how Anning rose to become one of the leading paleontologists of the century from a working-class background struck him very strongly. The film was expected to be released this year, but has now been delayed until 2021 due to the coronavirus pandemic. It is expected to create a tourism boom for Lyme Regis. Tributes have been pouring in for the Reverend Keith Vivian, who died aged 93 last week, following a short stay in Dorset County Hospital. A former headmaster and keen rugby player, the Reverend Vivian moved to Lyme Regis from Somerset with his wife Audrey in the 1980s, and the couple threw themselves into community life. As well as being a dedicated member of St Michael's Parish Church, where he regularly led services, the Reverend Vivian also took part in many civic events and community events and was a long-standing member of the Rotary Club, Twinning Association and U3A. Members of Lyme Regis Town Council have described him as a real Lyme legend, also commenting on his fabulous sense of humour and generous disposition. A private cremation will take place for family, and a memorial service is expected to be held for friends when coronavirus restrictions have been lifted further. The Marine Theatre in Lyme Regis will not be reopening its doors just yet, despite the government giving the go-ahead for non-live performances. The theatre closed at the end of March as coronavirus restrictions were implemented, and while pubs, shops and cinemas are now reopening, live entertainment is still not possible indoors. The theatre has been hosting some online events during lockdown and is now looking into the possibility of holding outdoor performances this summer, but it will not be opening for indoor non-live events just yet. The management team have said that even if live events are given the go-ahead, social distancing rules will cut the capacity of the theatre by 2/3 and are likely to make most performances financially unviable. As a result, the Marine is reviewing costs and raising money through an online fundraising campaign, with £5,000 already pledged. You can contribute to the appeal by visiting the website shown on screen now. After a long wait, residents and visitors were able to visit the new-look Rock Point Inn in Lyme Regis as it opened doors this week. The Rock Point reopened on Monday, having been closed in 2018 for a full refurbishment after being bought by St Austell Brewery. The refurbishment has seen the former fish and chip shop and kebab takeaway, which adjoined the pub, knocked through to create a larger bar and restaurant area with disabled access. 9 new guest bedrooms have also been created upstairs, including dog-friendly sea view and twin rooms. And now for sport. Lyme and Lyme Regis Cricket Club have had a busy week preparing for the delayed start of the Devon Cricket League. Recreational cricket is allowed to start officially next Saturday, and the league has decided to organise a number of mini-leagues in batches of 4 teams with playoffs at the end of the season. Clubs will learn which groups they have been placed in early next week. With a number of new signings, Lyme has looked in good fettle in 3 recent friendlies. They started the 2020 season last Saturday with an away game at Kilmington, who play in 2 divisions above them. Kilmington were bowled out for 231, with Lyme skipper Steve Beattie topping the bowling figures with 3 for 43. In reply, Lyme were dismissed for 181, with new signing Joe Ellsworth top scoring on 49. The following day, Lyme entertained Devon Medics at the King George V playing field, hitting 203 for 6, with Harvey Brimacombe top scoring on 63. The visitors were bowled out for 88, with new signings Nabi Tamori, the first Afghan player to turn out for Lyme, and Freddie Bennett, who has moved to the area from Surrey, both taking wickets. Lyme were in sparkling batting form on Wednesday evening when they hit 200 for 4 in a 20-over game at home to Crewkerne before dismissing the visitors for just 19 runs. Tomorrow, Lyme have a sterner test against Seaton at the King George V field, starting at 2 p.m. The bar will be open all afternoon and there will be a barbecue from 4 p.m. And finally, don't miss the relaunch of community radio station Lyme Bay Radio this afternoon. The station was launched at the beginning of March, but was forced to close after less than a month on air due to the coronavirus pandemic. You can tune in to the first show from 2 p.m. this afternoon at the website shown on screen now. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's weekly video news bulletins, and don't forget you can stay up to date with all the latest news throughout the week on our website.